During the war, I was a wireless mechanic, and that's a radio and transmitter technician. I went to the New Hebrides, and soon after I arrived there, I went for a trip on a bus to American PX. On the journey home, a US Navy sailor saw me with my $5 farmer's watch, 21 jewels, a little beauty actually. And he says something like, "Hey bud, nice watch you got there," and Julie admired it. "Can I have a look at it?" So I said, "Yeah, sure." He said, I'll give you $10 for it." I said, "I'm sorry, it's not for sale." Well, this conversation went on, and his bidding went up for quite some time, until finally he said, "Look, can I have all the money I've got, which is $37.50. I said, "Done deal." Now the question was in my mind, I couldn't help thinking, particularly as I wrote back and out my parents to give me another watch, which they paid for and sent it up to me. What was the value of the watch? I paid $5 for it in New Zealand, and here's somebody giving me $37.50 in New Zealand, in New Hebrides. What's its value? Well, I'll leave it to you to work it out, but valuers have to determine market value. The property world is a wonderful opportunity for anybody. To be a professional, though, you've got to know what you're doing. And to do that, it's important that you understand what is happening. Part of my success, I remember my dad asking me what was my success, and I said, well, I just didn't want to pass exams. I wanted to understand what it was all about and get the facts. Dig, and get the facts. I've always been impressed over the world that the real estate agent side of it are sloppy. They don't get the facts. A valuer cannot afford to not get the facts. A developer must get the facts and to act on it. The problem with any project, there are many unknown difficulties ahead. The success lies in adaptability, as well as having adequate finance. If you look around at all the crashes that occurred, some of them have been 80% successful, but they've got using 90% finance. They don't understand the risk quality. I found over the years that on a big project, we have to assume that the market is going to change next year. And in fact, every year, at any time, compared with the year before, it is different. And therefore, the margin of error must be adequately taken into account if you're really going to succeed and stay successful. And if we look around today as a good example, it's showing up all the sloppy finance and operations. There's no need to be caught. If you do your homework, work hard, and think things through and understand what's happening. The one outstanding highlight of my career was the Institute of Value setting up with the Auckland University the Squire Speedy Prize in Property. That was some 20 odd years ago, and I go along each year to present that prize to the leading candidate. It gives me great satisfaction to think that my earlier works, I gave them the publishing rights, that the money they've made from that has gone into spreading what I intended to further education of values. I'm a great believer in education. The more you know, the more you ought to know, and it helps in every way in making better decisions all the time. The other highlight was when I was invited to deliver a paper at Cambridge University, and I might say they paid my fare and accommodation, and that was an international highlight as well. But it does not transcend the Institute of Values. Wonderful accolade to me, and I do appreciate it very much.